一下你。
好，现在不说话了啊，谢谢啊啊，我们现在在做直播，谢谢啊，
往后一点，那里，后面。
不说话。Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to our live report today. I'm Dongxing with China's Xinhua News Agency. I am now standing on a fishery administration vessel, and today over 9,000 fishing vessels are granted the permission to go on a fishing voyage after a closed season that lasted over 100 days. As you can see around here, we are now in a fishing port. And you can see there are many fishing vessels around me. Today, over 9,000 fishing vessels will start to open their new season after 100 days closed season. So if you are interested in the fishing culture and the amazing story behind it, please stay tuned and follow us. So if you are ready, please follow our camera. As you can see, I am now standing in front of a fishing port, and hundreds of fishing boats and vessels are anchored here, and some of the fishermen are doing their final examination of the equipment of their vessels. As they are going on a voyage that lasts about 1 week, they have to guarantee the safety of the people on board. So they have to make sure that every part of their equipment of the vessel functions normally. So we are now standing on a vessel from the fishery administration. So before we start our live report today, I would like to invite a law enforcement officer from local fishery administration, and I would invite him to introduce what they have done to maintain the order of the sea. Please wait a second. I will ask Mr. Luo to give us a brief introduction. So here we have Mr. 罗，罗先生你好，就是罗队长你好，我想问一下，就是我们今年的这次修复期的是大概什么时候开始，然后什么时候结束，持续多长时间？
它是今年5月1号开始的，到今天8月16号12点呢就结束了。它是3个半月时间。
Okay. Just now I asked Mr. Luo, when did the closed season begin and when does it end? And Mr. Luo told us that the closed season starts from May the 1st and ends today at 12 o'clock. Is just now the closed season ends. So it lasts about 105 days. Okay. 那与往年相比，我们本次的这个南海伏季休渔它有哪些特点？
今年的休渔呢，这休渔时间是有史以来最长的。这个保护资源力度、打击力度也是最大的。然后呢，这个休渔渔船数量，在我们这里呢有300多条这个大渔船的休渔。
Okay. Just now I asked Mr. Luo, compared with the closed season in the past years, what are the characteristics of the what are the characteristics of this year's close season, and Mr. Luo told us that it was the longest close period ever in South China Sea, and the fishery administration, they have done much work to preserve the fishery resources and to supervise the local fishery. OK， 那今年休渔期以来，我们这个渔政的执法部门就是为了维持秩序，采取了什么措施，然后取得了什么成效？
今年这个休渔期，除了这个渔业执法这一块力度大，查处案件多之外，我们还做好这个渔民的服务。这个休渔期间举办这个渔民的培训、船员培训，还有做好证件办理的工作，确保还有上船做好这个渔船的消防安全啊，各方面的监管工作，确保这个休渔期安全度休。
明白。Okay, just now I asked what have the fishery administration did in this close season, and Mr. Luo told us that besides the supervision work, the fishery administration did a lot. The fishery administration provide many service to the fishermen. For example, they provide training for the fishermen, and they have checked the license of the ships, and they also helped to identify the problems of the firefighting risk on board the ship.
那我们就要回去。
现在就是我大概是到12点半。
他是这样子的，我们4支队有一帮领导在这里，等我们这个船接他上岸。
哦，那你就先。
他在大船上，刚才他都叫了。
那我们可以上大船。
我请示了一下，说我们先拍视频再去接他。他说时间不能太长。
对，那我们可以上大船，我们可以上大船去播，你知道吧？就是我们可以
上大船，
对吧？
也可以采访一下他们。
对，
有4个领导在那里。
喂，你。好。Okay, for those who joined us just now, we're now in Qisha, a small fishing village in South China's Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region. I'm now standing on a fishery administration vessel, and today is the opening day for a new fishing season, and as we can see, there are over 300 fishing vessels in this port, and today over 9,000 vessels and boats will start their new fishing season, and we are now to witness this scenery. Okay. As we can see, the fishing vessels are leaving for the South China Sea, and the Qisha fishing port is one of the largest in South China's Guangxi. Over 2,000 fishing vessels are going in and out here every day. The fishery resources in the region include sea crabs, prawns, sandworms, clams, oysters, and mantis shrimps. Chinese people are particularly interested in being the first few people to do something special. For example, some people would love to pay a lot of money just to be the first one to light the first incense stick in a temple in Chinese traditional New Year. So similarly, every year, some tourists would gather around coastal cities on the opening day for the new fishing season, just to be the first few people to have a taste of the newly harvested seafood. For the diners in cities who are not able to witness the occasion themselves, they can also enjoy the delicious seafood at nearby restaurants, but they may have to make a reservation. In the price would be higher, of course.
那你还上大船吗？上吗？上的话就上了他们领导上。喂，打啊！
Okay, well, and now we will get on board a bigger vessel.
也没什么的，我们就跟他们回去得了。
Okay. We are now getting on board a huge vessel from the fishery administration. Okay, as we can see, there are many fishing vessels going in and out at this port. This is a very busy port, and as we can see, there are many light bulbs on the fishing vessels. So can you guys take a guess what are the light bulbs used for? I guess some of you might have the right answer, and the light bulbs are
它上面几把船，它还不是随便。
Okay, the light bulbs are used to attract the fish flocks. So the fish flocks will gather around under the light, so the fishermen can catch them all once and for all. In most coastal regions, people who make a living in the fishery industry would hold a small ceremony to express their gratitude for the nature that has offered so much to them. And normally they will set off firecrackers and prepare some offerings to the sea. In recent years, more and more tourists would come to experience the fishing culture at this date, tasting the fresh seafood and enjoy the beautiful scenery. In recent years, more and more young people become tired of the fishery industry, and many experienced fishermen complain that they are short of helping hands, but most of them are inexperienced. On the other hand, the profit of this industry become much lower than before, and they could not offer a relatively competitive salary to attract the most young people, given that the life on the boat is sometimes monotonous and tiring, and they are waiting for a change in this industry. As we can see, the fishing vessels are steering out of the port one by one. And actually, the vessels are just like the home to the fishermen. They live on the boat and they work on the boat. And actually, the fishing vessel is the most valuable assets of their whole family. I was told that a huge vessel of this size, as you can see on the screen, it is worth about 200 million yuan. That is equivalent to about 300,000 US dollars. And normally the vessels will go out for about 1 week, and they will come back with full load of fresh seafood. And during my stay, I can see that there are many trucks loaded with ice, and they are almost everywhere to be seen. The ice blocks are loaded onto the boats so that they can use the ice to keep the freshness of the seafood. Okay, can you see the vessels? They're just like the home to the fishermen. There are many sizes of fishing vessels. Some are big and some are small. Okay. It has been raining in the past few days, but we are very lucky that today, just at 12 o'clock, when the fishermen are granted the permission to go out, and it just stopped raining. So we can see this is a very busy fishing port, and we can smell the gas, the emission of the vessels. I was told that about 300 vessels are anchored here, and over 2,000 vessels are coming in and out here every day. In about 1 week, the diners in the cities will be able to taste the fresh caught seafood from the South China Sea. And we can see actually the fishing vessels, there are many light bulbs here, and there is the fishing net and the anchor. So actually the fishing vessels are very expensive. Many of the fishermen, they cannot afford to buy one vessel themselves, so they may gather some money and buy one, and they own them together. Okay, as we can see, a huge fishing vessel is starting their fishing venture, and let's wish them good luck. Okay. Okay guys, our show is about to sign off. We're so glad you joined our trip, and we hope you had fun and an amazing experience. If you're impressed by the fishing culture, please come to Qisha in South China's Guangxi, Zhuang Autonomous Region, and explore it by yourself. If you like our show, please share it with your friends. Also, you can go to our page at Facebook, at Twitter, via Xinhua News, and you will be able to watch more video clips. So that's all for today. Bye bye. See you.
再见。
好。
喂，上面慢慢走啊！我哋现在入境啊，现在要入宫啊，我们上面。这样子开海。